Hello world and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So today's kind of a new weird video for me to do. I'm also in a new setting, as you can see. But yeah, I thought this video was very necessary because I also made kind of an introduction video before this. But yeah, it's a part of me and I kind of wanted to share that and be honest with you guys about what is going on in my life. So today I'm gonna talk about my condition, costochondritis, which you may have seen already in the title. So yeah, let me just explain how I got to this diagnosis and what it has been doing with me on a daily basis. So how did I get my diagnosis? Well, one day I woke up randomly with this incredibly painful burning, stabbing sensation in my left chest area, basically where my heart is. And I woke up and I couldn't move because of the pain, and I was breathing very shallow because of the pain, and I don't know what was going on. It was kind of the pain that you experience if you run for a long time. If you exercise really heavily, then you can get this stabbing sensation in your chest, which I guess has something to do with your lungs, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I was kind of experiencing that same pain, only worse. So I decided to go out of bed and disregard it for just something that maybe I slept wrong or something like that. I ended up going to work and I could not last the day being on work and doing my job because I was literally in so much pain. So I went home early and I went to see the doctor immediately because this was not normal. Maybe if you go running, it could last for a couple of minutes. 10 minutes tops, but this was actually during the day, so that I knew that something was wrong. So I went to see the doctor and she did a bunch of physical tests and she asked me a bunch of questions, and then she ended up saying, I think you have costochondritis, aka Tietze Syndrome. What is that? So I was very confused because something called syndrome, that really scares me because that sounds pretty heavy. So she basically explained to me that everybody can get this at a random time. So boys, girls, men, women, everybody can get this at a random time. There's nothing you can do to prevent it, and there's really nothing you can do to treat it. So that basically sucks. It can last for weeks, it can last for months, it can last for years. So when she said that, while I was in this pain, I could not believe that this could be something for years. So she basically didn't really give me that much information because even though everybody can get this, it's still pretty rare and they haven't really figured out what causes it and especially how to treat it. So I went home with all of these questions and I ended up Googling it. Well, usually I don't Google because every single time when you have a cold or something else, you are dying according to Google. So I tend to not Google things while I'm sick, but you know, with this little information I really couldn't do anything with it, so I ended up Googling it. I have been reading some people's experiences on the internet, and basically there's no medicine, so there's no special painkiller that you can take. There is something that's called, I'll leave it here, it's fluoric acid, something like that. So that's what you can take because it's for inflammation, because costochondritis is basically an inflammation in the cartilage in your rib cage, so your chest area. And there's this, I'm trying to explain this the way that I understand it. Your rib cage is made out of two things. You have the side and you have the front, and the part where it's going, you have the bone structure and the cartilage, and where the bone is coming in and connecting to the cartilage, that's where the inflammation is at. So yeah, it's basically an inflammation and it's something similar to rheumatism. And the best thing to do to relieve the pain is to do some exercises, go see a physical therapist, something like that. And the worst case scenario, I don't know what they're called, but there are these shots that you can take, pain relieving, pain killing shots that you can actually take at the hospital. But there's a risk factor that if you go in for these shots, that's why you cannot get that many, but it's actually that you can puncture a different organ. Well, that scares the heck out of me, so I'm not gonna do those. Oh yeah, one other thing that can relieve the pain is, I saw this on the internet, is actually heat. So heat packs, or those things that you can fill up with water and put on your chest. Those things might really help as well. I have not tried heat packs before. The pain is actually manageable, I think. The only thing is that I cannot sleep properly, so because I'm putting pressure on my left chest, I need to put on a pillow between it or something to lay off the pressure a little bit. And I can also not really lift heavy weights or exercise like I usually could do. And also sitting up straight, like for this video, it's actually really hurting me. And also standing up straight can be very painful. So yeah, those are kind of the things that come and go with costochondritis. It really sucks because there's nothing you can do, and actually anybody in the world can get this. So there's not really a cure. I think that they're still looking for something, but currently there's just nothing that they have figured out that can cause it or treat it or anything like that. So that's basically what I have been living with for the past few months, and it's, like I said, it's not fun because it actually really hurts, and people in my close circle don't really get how much pain it does. But let me just literally quote somebody on the internet, and many people can agree. Let me just say that the pain that you are having is pretty much similar to having a heart attack. So yeah, that is basically what has been going on these past months. So yeah, so before I end this video, I just quickly want to point out that please, if you're having pain in your chest area, this is very important. Don't disregard it like I did. Please just go to the doctor if you're able, because you might feel like, oh, it's really nothing and it goes away. Your lungs and your heart are actually in the same area, so do not mess around with it. Even if you go 2 or 3 times to the same doctor for the same pains that you're having, please do, because you might think the first time that it's nothing and the second time as well, but maybe the second or the third time are actually crucial and you're not going. So you know what I'm saying? It could be very serious, but it also could be not so serious like this is. So please visit the doctor, and do not Google it and just kind of give yourself a diagnosis, because you could actually give yourself a false diagnosis and the doctor usually knows best. So yeah, that's kind of what my tip is for this video. So yeah, that is basically it. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through yet another video and through this year, honestly. It's amazing that you guys are still willing to watch my videos, even though I don't update like regular YouTubers. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. This side. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And I know this has not been the typical video that I usually upload, but you know, like I said, I think it's necessary. So yeah. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Stay awesome, guys. Mwah. Bye.